no matter how much I don't like it. Show's gotta be done, no matter how much I don't have confidence in myself or you tonight. First be 13. So it's gonna be a fun football show tonight. Yeah, so from here on, probably Sundays are going to be changed. We don't know yet, I'll have to get with him. But we figure out on another day, or if it's going to be still Sunday, who knows. But it's going to be a fun show. Yeah, the NFL, except, I mean, it is what it is. Whether or not they're going to do anything about the protests, during the national anthems this year, I will not know. Who knows? After everything that went through, well, no, you're fine with what. I'm interested to see how it is. Again, baseball. You had Scherzer come out retaliate. So, unfortunately, no matter how much I want a season, I don't think there will be. NHL has talked about coming back. It's official they are, but they just don't know yet when they're coming back at the end of July, which I think is the 31st. So, we'll, 500 guys. Kudos to her. Making records for the first ever woman to defend both titles and keep them for a period of time. Congrats to you, Amanda Nunes. I mean, and I was a woman. I never knew that. What happened to the other UFC? Never even I don't think he did fight. Us on YouTube as well. The Sports Space Show with Byron and Eric. Also, we are on all available podcasting apps from Spotify. Also, Sports Space Show with Byron and Eric. So, yeah, formally full details, but and he just ended up getting shot and killed for no reason. Surprise me now. How can you be inhumane to be thrown in jail for your hate crimes? That'd be the same if they did the opposite to us. You get what you deserve. I hope they find you, because he did not deserve that. Only 41 years of age, and he got killed. America, we all have to unite. I hope so. I hope you guys do. On kneeling, I saw that one coming. Most of the players will this year. That's why I said the NFL has to do something about it. Will they? Yeah, I don't know. We will find. McGregor's Kaepernick, honestly, I want to see him try and make it in the NFL again, but he honestly had that chance when 32 teams want to do it. I don't know, but I mean, but that's just me. So, and AI, Allen Iverson, the man, yeah, it's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Allen Iverson. Hope to have you on the show sometime. Maybe. Oh yeah, that's a long time down the road, but... James Conner surprised his dad with the new truck. Ah, how sweet. Saints players took lead after Breeze became center of turmoil. Yeah, we know. You guys disagreed with Breeze, which is understandable. I mean, no kudos to that, and I know you guys forgave him, and you guys will, but it's just going to take time. He's going to do it when they're going to start the next season December 1st, I guess. So, one's called Davos. Lions, Duron Harmon, fellas doing that, and so, and there's going to be if you watch teachings. Vic Fangio, that's good on him. And what's this time? So let's do this. Let me get William White a call. Hey,
Hello?
William. Welcome to the Sports Space Show. How are you tonight?
Oh, I'm doing good. How you doing?
I mean, that's a good plus. That's a good plus. So,
Always a good thing.
yeah, and I hope you're staying safe out there too with you and your family.
Oh yeah, all is well. I'm actually down here in York State right now, and they got all this rain down here. I'm supposed to be chilling on the beach, but that's not gonna happen. It seems like.
Oh, really? So it's not going to happen, huh? You're not going to be on the beach?
Well, I just got to Jacksonville from was in Columbia and came down here today. Just got here, and they said it's supposed. They said it's supposed to.
Or not just came by. I know we had a lot of rain ourselves down here. And you almost had tornadoes.
I used to Florida it's raining all day, but that's okay.
Oh, hey, we need it though. I mean, I'm a Floridian, unfortunately. I really after our rainy months. We do get a here and there shower, but I want to get right into it. The question that's on everybody's mind. I asked this to CJ Wilson, formerly of the Panthers, on our Friday edition, and I want to ask you the same thing as well. With all of this going on in our country today, how can we, as a society, reunite all as one equal?
Well, my thought is if we would embrace what our country's name is, be united state, and if we were all become united, we can help business. And again, the other thing I would say we need to do, and I've talked to multiple groups about this, we need to quit looking at people as their color and look at it all as what is our base. At the end of the day, all of us are humans. Green, yellow, it doesn't matter. You're a human. And humans should be able to get along. And again, it's never going to be 100%. But again, at 5-10% of people that's going to be racial and whatever, let them do their thing. But that other 95%, we stay united. Does something wrong, we think all black people are like that. Everybody is an individual. That's why I love sports, because team. Together, everyone achieves more. We got to take it.
Right.
Because again, at the end of the day, we're all humans.
So then, in the Neil, do you think the NFL can get over this hump this year with their players kneeling? Do you think it'll be as bad as when Kaepernick started doing it?
I think they will finally look at it from a standpoint, as the commissioner said, they understand that them kneeling, it has nothing to do with disrespect for the flag. Even as when Drew Brees said this thing, and the president came out and said some things getting attention. I think now that the commissioner and everyone understand this has nothing to do about that. And again, kneel and watch it that you kneel, because when you kneel, what do you do when you pray?
Right.
You kneel.
You kneel, yeah.
So, is that a bad thing when you kneel? Yeah. Is that a bad thing to God when you kneel and pray to Him? No.
No.
So kneeling down, I never understood how that is a bad thing. And again, they finally understand that this has nothing to do with the flag. It's about us uniting and about another cause. So I think once they understand that, and again, I don't think, like you say, kneeling is not a bad thing. That's prayer.
Yeah. I agree with you. It's just I wish everybody else would see that. I mean, honestly, I have nothing against Kaepernick. I get opinion. That's what makes us us, a country as a whole. But looking back on it, though, at first I thought to myself, yes, Kaepernick could have done it in a different way instead of doing it during the national anthem. At first, before I knew about the Green Beret, Nate Boyer going to him and calling him. Before I realized that, I thought he could have done it a different way, but once I heard that the Green Beret told him what they do in the military when they lose somebody, how they bow down, kneel and all that. And
Right.
so
Right.
that's when I finally realized to myself, yeah, I mean, it's not about how he did it or why he did it. It's,
Respect of the flag or the country. Because like you said,
yeah.
we kneel down. He's just trying to get the attention. It has nothing to do with disrespecting the flag. Doing that, and they've okayed it.
Right.
So we just need to get that focus. I think it was just a thing where people just wanted to push it again. How you take?
He's made his comments. Granted, yes, I do agree that with everything that was going on, he shouldn't have said it in the time that was going on. But in a way, what he said too, I mean, he has his right as an American, of course, freedom of speech. But what hates me the most is these people that are bashing on him and calling him a racist now. He's getting called a racist and it limits me the most about people.
Well, and again, if you look at the big picture, look at all the things that Kaepernick is doing, and that's
not
really
at all.
racial things. No, want to be against it being called.
Okay, yeah, true.
About this issue, to do stuff for the right cause, we're all for you. The military,
the military.
Was the one that told him, "Hey, don't sit, kneel."
Yeah.
Come on, I mean, how's that a bad thing? Come on, how's that bad?
Right, exactly. When you got America's people who are fighting for America, your country, listen to them.
Yep.
So
at some point, yeah.
At some point, yeah.
Okay, you may have to say it, saying so. Hey, let's go and move forward.
Right, exactly.
And that's the other thing I think we need to do as a country. Is sort of like Wayne Fonts told us. Well, he used to be my DB coach before he was the head coach. He always told us, hey, you can't worry about the play you just missed the tackle or you just missed a play or whatever. You gotta let that stuff go.
Yeah.
If you worried about a play you missed in the first quarter and that's still on your head in the second quarter, guess what? You are not going to be playing that well.
Right.
You're still going to be worried about something, an hour ago. Hey, whatever happened yesterday, it happened. Let's move forward.
Shoulders, and I'm glad we had that. What was it like playing against them on the other end? Because you were a defensive guy.
Well, back in the day when I was playing against them, I was just trying to smack them and make them look bad. But obviously that didn't work a lot. No, actually, when I look at him, like to me, as I always tell, to me, Marino was a beast. I mean, that dude, he was probably the best of all of them. Again, I played against Elway a couple of times. Again, also in the Super Bowl. But Marino, he was a beast, and just the capacity they had not to ever give up, and I mean, they was not that. All of them was true leaders. They never got mad about, if they threw an interception or something went wrong. It was always very positive. And I think that's the thing that helps people be star players. You can't worry about, again, like we were just talking about, you can't worry about the negatives.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you can't worry about what just happened a couple of days ago or a couple plays ago. You got to focus on right now. And that's, to me, that's the Elways and the Dan Marinos of the world. They, and again, Marino, it's not like he had that many great receivers.
No, he didn't.
I mean, but he didn't. But dude, he put the ball right there where they needed to.
Yeah, he was a beast. He was everything.
He was a beast.
Yeah, because he did not have the talent that you guys had when you went to that Super Bowl. He did not have the talent of what Denver had when you faced them as well.
Or if you look, or Joe Montana and all those. I mean, look at all those Hall of Fame receivers that they had, the Jerry Rice of the world, and I mean, he didn't have nobody.
Yeah, nobody.
He was getting it done, man. He was getting it done. He's just, Marino was he was one of the best. Well, to me, he was the best back then. He was the best.
So, I want to take you through that Super Bowl game. Did you cover a guy named, did you cover a guy like the name of Shannon Sharp? Did he play in that game?
Shannon played in that game, but I want to say early in that game, Ray Buchanan hit him. I don't think he scored close to the goal line. And he got hurt. I think it was the first quarter. I won't say it was the first quarter. So Shannon actually got hurt early in the game, and he came out. So yeah, see, Shannon couldn't play nowadays because the other thing about Shannon, he also talked a lot of smack too. But back in that day, everybody talked.
Even talks crap today with each other.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're good.
But yeah, he
and they go back and forth at it all the time. And Shannon don't never give up, just like on the football field.
Exactly.
He never gives up.
Exactly.
He always gonna stick with what he believes in. I got you.
His brother was the same way too when he played for the Packers. Sterling.
Oh, his brother was his brother. Yeah, I played against his brother because when I was with Detroit, of course, he played him twice a year.
Of course.
He was a great. Yeah, that dude. Yes, yeah, he was a beast.
Oh, I know.
He was good.
Those two were good. Oh man, they definitely played their hearts out on the football field. Oh, trust, I saw plenty of their games.
They play with passion and they talk with a lot of smack. Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh
Both of them did. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Would you say that was your most memorable?
My most memorable?
Yeah.
I mean, playing 11 years in the league, and I won't say my most memorable game is a game that I lost. So how about we go with the Vikings when we won and then we went to the Super Bowl? How about we go with that?
Okay, there you go. That works.
Yeah, there we go. That sounds better.
That's better.
Yeah. Actually, the one I really liked was 91. I think it was 91. Yeah, it was 91, I think it was. When I was with the Lions and we beat the Cowboys and we ended up going to play the NFC Championship against the Redskins. They ended up killing us. Sweet.
What about your first ever?
Huh?
What about your so would you put that game higher up than your first ever higher? Would you put that?
But now, if you really want to go, I'm a Buckeye, so probably my two big highest games are two games we beat Michigan. But I know y'all don't want to talk about that, so never mind.
I'm going to say I'm a Buckeye fan, but or how much you enjoyed
beat them.
Yeah,
we loving them, man. I want them to sound him.
Yeah, I'm going to be 20. I only saw highlights since I got a little bit older of his time, and he was a beast. He was a beast.
Born in 91. You wanted to play it. What's going on, man? You had.
Oh, I started watching football. So with it,
okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I was about 3 or no, yeah. So I was what? Going on football or any sport.
Chargers. Okay.
Yep. Even
interesting.
Because nobody ever here in Florida, nobody ever sees the Chargers because we're on the. You have the package, so
right.
That's how I became a Charger fan.
Gotcha. So you stayed up late night to watch their game when they played at night, okay?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
I got you. I got you.
But you don't mind. And talk.
They keep acting like they're gonna delay it, but I'm hoping they don't.
I hope not either. I'm with you. I want them to start right on time, like they've been talking about.
Like they've been talking about, yes. I mean, if they opening up all these other sports, why would they not open that one up? I mean,
hockey, football, and basketball.
22 out of 30. Well, man, they can't watch them the game. They gotta watch them all on TV since they're gonna be playing that.
Too, because they're the number 1 seeds.
Home field event, so it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, definitely I will, and plus I'll stay in touch before that anyhow. I'll still keep texting you as well. So, if you can share the show, we'd appreciate it. And plus if you know anybody else that would be interested in an interview, I'll definitely be in touch.
Alrighty, I'll let you know.
Perfect. All right. All right.
All right.
You
Take
have
care.
take care.
All right,
You
take
have a
care.
good night. Stay safe.
All right, bye. Take care.
You
Bye-bye.
too. Bye. William White, everybody. Former defensive back, 11 years in the league. Wow. Good stories. Good stories. Who would have thought? I mean, who would have thought that he would have thought the same as me with both Sterling and Shannon Sharp. Yeah, Shurzak didn't growing up. I never did in what he did. So I enjoyed it, and I definitely hope to have him on again. So I want to get into our next guest, Damien.
Hello.
Hey Damien, welcome to the Sports Space Show with Byron and Eric. How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Hanging in there.
Oh, sure enough. We're trying to do our best.
So let's get right into it. I gotta say, my first question to you, since I'm a Charger fan, what was it like?
Yeah.
What was it like playing with Drew Brees in his early days?
Second or third year in the league at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And Drew was a kid that didn't play right away, but Drew was always on his heels trying to pick up things and try to improve himself in order to be the quarterback of the future. So you saw it in an early stage of his career where he had that leadership skill.
So let me ask you then, since you said, or do you forgive him for what?
Prior to because at the same time there was others as well, black soldiers that came back that was not the case. So other families didn't experience the same thing he did. Now he's going to have his own views with that because he's never experienced that. So like anyone else, if you've never grown up in an environment, you would never know. So that's almost like when I left from in high school and I went to Manhattan, Kansas, and went to Kansas State. There's a lot of people that don't. I know how Drew, where his heart is, and I know Drew is a great guy. Negative person where you can't be around, or someone that's in a racist type of manner. Drew is that, and he's a good friend. Great teammate and good friend. Now, I was just pointing at what he had said, but you see from his response, he realized, what I'm saying? He had to hear it and understand the perspective of others that he didn't understand. So he took that upon, listened to it, and said, okay, I realize what I need, where I stand now, and it changed. So, I expect that to be true. As far as his stance now from what it was prior to.
Right, and I know, and I just want to hate these people that just jump on him. Like I told our last guest, William White, formerly 11 years of the league. I just, like I told him, I hate that these people, just like they did with Kaepernick, bashing him and calling him racist just because he has an opinion which he's entitled to, because that's how we are here in America. But yet they're calling him racist, and he's not even that. So they're forgetting all that. Guys like him and Kaepernick, what they do, and it's ridiculous.
He's not racist. Period. Informed of the whole aspect. When people are in their own world and they have their own tunnel vision of where they grew up and the way things are. He just didn't know the broader aspects of things and seen it in a broader aspect in that whole realm.
Right.
Where it wasn't good for everybody, And I understand where he came from and what it means to him. But in the law for bringing on and police brutality,
right.
For it to cease and have equal opportunity for everybody.
Right. And I'm glad he realized it now, because he is a smart guy, as you said. And so I'm glad he sees why now every time he sees it.
Yeah, Coach.
What was
Coach
like?
Schottenheimer was awesome. I love Coach Schottenheimer. He was passionate, and he was a coach that when he told you something, it was real. It wasn't something that was fake. It wasn't something just to get something in a relationship. It's just because they true coach and true person.
And that's something you don't really see in coaches nowadays, do you? I don't ever hear of any.
Save it, next day, unfair.
Oh yeah.
And it's kind of hard to find out because people are trying to save their neck to try to save their own job, and they're not really thinking about their group with
Belichick disciple and yeah, about Belichick, the cheater. Nothing but bad stories from other players who have come out and said, yes, they get that yes, it's a winning culture there. He whips you guys up into shape and helps you guys win. I understand that.
College.
I understand.
It's hard to work for a man like that, and I'll be honest, that's why I thought that he was very successful at the level works there. You could be more intimidating towards a younger mind than someone that's older and is looking for more leadership than intimidation.
Right. Because he knows they will listen, and because they want to get to the pros. Yeah, they'll. Yeah. So, I know.
Well, I got a story with Coach Saban. I mean, when I was coming out of high school, I was recruited by Michigan State. It was back in being recruited by Michigan State, and the head coach was Coach Saban. Bobby Williams was the guy who recruited me out of here in South Florida. I went up there for a visit. The day I flew in, I was being hosted by Plexico Bears at the time. So I did not make any kind of rash decision at the time. That same day that I flew in, I got brought into Coach Saban's office, and he asked me potential schools that I would probably pick to go. I really liked the atmosphere. The guys are great, and it's a great facility. And he cussed me out, and he flew me home that same day. Normally, you would stay at least 2 days on a recruiting trip. I am not interested, and she thought that. She thought I was so pissed off. And the funny thing is, 10 years later, or so many years before I even do anything, I'm like, ain't this my luck? So this is back in 95, right? 94, 95. And then in 2005?
Yep, 2005 was when,
I'm looking at him like, you gotta be kidding me.
2005 was when he first joined. Yeah, you're right. 2005 was when he went to the Dolphins. Because they were thinking...
That was my second year with them.
Yeah, because he was thinking of getting the guy you played with San Diego, Drew Brees.
Oh,
and he turned him down.
That would have been great, but he fumbled that one there.
Definitely. I think he would have probably still been in Miami if he didn't buff that up for Dante Culpepper.
I know. And I love Dante. Dante was a great player, but he had a lot of injuries.
Oh,
yeah. Had Joey Harrington.
Oh, yeah.
Joey's Joey. Joey's a great teammate, but he just wasn't that guy. To be honest with you.
No.
My first year here, we had, oh my gosh, I'm trying to remember. You're trying to jog my memory now, so I'm trying to think of guys that I played with. I can see his face, but I can't say his name right now. But anyway, there's some good players beforehand, but it just wasn't that level that we really needed to be successful.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because you guys had guys that were... Yeah, you're right. That's right. Yeah, you guys had guys that were on the end of their careers. Like you said, you had Galloway. You had crap. What did you say?
Joey Harrington.
Yeah, Joey Harrington. Yeah.
We picked up AJ Feely.
AJ Feely. Yeah, they were all on their end of their career. So yeah, I mean, I know you guys wanted to win, obviously, but it just unfortunately didn't work.
Yeah, guys like Zach Thomas and Jason Taylor at the time, you needed to do something to where, you utilize their youth and what they were doing at the time, but we kind of wasted that away.
Yeah. Now, granted, no offense to Saban, because I know he's a college coach, but no offense to Saban. Do you think you would have had a better chance if you would have had a different coach coaching you guys?
Hard to say. You know, I've been in the league for 10 years, and sometimes it's luck. It depends on if guys get hurt, if they're not hurt. You know, it's a luck of the draw as you go through a whole season. Like I've learned through my 10 years, it's almost like a marathon. You know, and sometimes guys have the luck to try to get through. Sometimes even with the injuries, they have guys that step up and really push them through what they really need to finish off a season. Unfortunately, I was never on any teams like that. You know, 10 years, and I've never been in the playoffs, so that's kind of unfortunate. I really wish I was on a playoff team, but, you know, things happen, and try to do your best. And I love all my teammates. I love my experiences every year. Every team was different, and I kind of cherish each one as their own.
Yeah. I bet, and it sucks. Like you said, it sucks you didn't get a playoff, but unfortunately, it is as it is. But before I let you go, I'd like to know what was the most memorable moment that you had in your career playing.
I'll say probably my first year, my very first start. It was my second year in the league. I became the starting left tackle. My very first game was against the Washington Redskins. It was a home game in San Diego. We're playing against the Redskins, and the guy I'm going against is a guy that I've watched through my youthful years, which was Bruce Smith. And I went in my stance, first play. I look up, and I'm looking right at him, and I'm like, "Man, Mr. Smith, you got a lot of gray hair." He said, "Shut up, young boy." I was like, "Yes, sir." And I just couldn't. All I can remember is back in the days when he used to be, Buffalo against Dan Marino back in the day. Me as a young kid watching that. So that was pretty cool. I just wanted to make sure I ain't giving no sacks. I was like, "You too old to get a sack against me. I'm not having it." And I had a good game against him, and I really cherished that time because regardless of how old he was, it was an honor going against someone like that. Mm-hmm. That's a Hall of Famer, and I really enjoyed having that opportunity to go against him and compete.
Oh yeah, yep. Anytime you go up against a Hall of Famer, I bet it's awesome. You went up against a numerous amount of them, honestly, in your career. To future Hall of Famers, I might add. You went up against guys like Urlacher. Sayal, for example, after you left.
Junior,
Sayal.
Even before I left, Junior made practice hard, just very difficult. I hated when Junior and Rodney were in practice because they wanted to do the scout team. I was like, "Please get out of sight." And they were just trying to make every play. I was like, "You guys are killing practice and just trying to make it real hard for us." Oh my gosh! But I love Junior and Rodney as teammates. But man, they made it hard.
I bet. Future, when there is a season played, if you don't mind, would you love coming on again?
No problem. I appreciate it. This is fun.
Definitely. I share the show after we're done. You're on Facebook where I gotcha. So it's really easy to share. If you.
All right. Then.
Bye.
Bye now.
Wow, Damian McIntosh. Wow, what